Okay, so we have the tiles out correctly. We got our treasures in the corner. We got the flood cards. We got the treasure cards. And then the ticker marker. And then you have your adventure cards. 2 to 6 people. This is a team game. It's one of those team building skills trust falls. So when you get your guys, depending on who you like to be, you just put them on the tiles. Actually, hold on. Before we start the game, we have to draw the 6 top cards one at a time, and we got to flood 6 tiles just to start off with. Golden Gate, Crimson Forest, Whispering Garden, Temple of the Moon, Fool's Landing, and Silver Gate. That's why you need a little space. You'd actually space them out a little more than this. Okay, so we did the 6. Then so we'd pick, you'd put everybody on their appropriate tile. You can actually play this by yourself. You can play with other people. If you want to scream and yell at people, this is also a great game for that. If you just want to be supportive and team building. Okay. Is this white? I'm guessing this is white, gray. That's the only one left. Now, so they do special things. Okay, so now for these tiles, to undo them, actually, we'd each get 2 cards. You can have up to 5 cards. And you actually show what your cards are. You'd shuffle them out. So, on our first turn, if we get a water rise, we just put it back, shuffle it through. Everyone, another water rise. We'd shuffle that. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 4. Special card. Helicopter lift, another special card. Okay. Each person has really special things. So you, most people move up, down, left, right, not diagonal. The diver can move through 1 or more missing tiles. So right now these tiles are in danger. They have water on them. If you get another card for these tiles, they'll disappear and you can't get them back. But there are some cards that help you, like the sandbag. Shore up any 1 tile island. So you can use these special cards, or you can come on the card and use an action point. The navigator, move another player up to 2 tiles for 1 action point. The explorer, move and or shore up diagonally. The pilot, once per turn, fly to any tile on the island for 1 action, so you can zip around. The messenger, give treasure cards to 1 player anywhere on the island for 1 action point. And the engineer, shore up 2 tiles for 1 action point. So you can do twice the work. Okay, so everybody, order of play, everybody gets 3 actions. Use those actions, and then you can draw 2 treasure cards. You can only have 5 cards at one time. And then draw the flood cards. Your actions are move, shore up, give a treasure card, or capture a treasure. 4 matching cards on the matching tile. So what you basically want to do is you got to get all these 4 treasures, and you're going to swap cards as you build them up. And you just need 4 matching cards, and then you need to get to either tile, and that person has to have those 4 cards to redeem it, and then they get the treasure. Then once you get that treasure, you don't really have to necessarily worry about that tile. You already have it. And then as the play goes on, every time you move forward, at the end of the turn, you move, you shore up. Shoring up, you just have to be on it, and you use 1 action point. You just flip it back over. Now that guy would only have 2 action points left. Okay, you can swap cards if you're the messenger. You can swap without actually having to meet the people. Otherwise, most people have to be on the same tile to give cards, and it does cost an action point. And then draw 2 treasure cards. And then when you get if you draw a Water Rise card, do not add it to your hand, but follow the instructions. There are 5 treasure cards, special action cards. I'm trying to figure out if because your Water Rise is how many? So at the end of turn, okay. So this is special. At the end of your turn, you're going to draw flood cards. And depending on where you're at, so at the end of your turn, you're always going to draw a flood card. And right now, we're just at 2. We would just draw 2 flood cards to signify the end. Copper Gate and Cliffs of Abandon. Okay. Now that's done. Let me see if I had to turn up the notch. Take on the role of Forbidden Island. Draw a number of cards equal to the current water level. Draw cards one at a time and place them up onto the flood discard pile for each card drawn. Find the matching island. Okay, we did that. You cannot play a sandbag card to save a flooded tile once you've revealed the matching flood card. Okay, so once you know it's drowning, you can't sand it up. You should have done that before. And so the pawns leave if they can. Sometimes the pawns can die. Sorry. So if you are by yourself and you're missing tiles and you are not a diver, and your card floods, game over. The rules are really simple. That's it. When the flood draw pile runs out, just shuffle it. Start over. A lot of things you just shuffle and keep going. To win the game, once you have all 4 treasures, everyone must move their pawns to the Fool's Landing tile. Then one player must have a helicopter lift. So once you have all 4 treasures, as long it doesn't matter who has the treasures, as long as your team has all 4 treasures, you all have to make it to the Fool's Landing. And one of you has to have the helicopter lift card to win. How you lose the game: if the 2 temples for the same treasure are gone, they flooded. If your helicopter landing, if your fool's landing flooded, it's gone. That's 2 ways to lose. If a player on an island tile that sinks and there's no adjacent tile to swim to, they're gone if the water level reaches the skull and crossbones. So the problem with these treasure cards are you'll get the water rising. And you just follow these directions. Move the water level up 1 tick mark. So here are the ticks. So we go up like that. Shuffle the floor discard pile. Place it on the top. Place it on the top of the flood draw pile. Discard this card to the treasure card pile. So basically, that keeps this going, and you're on a vicious cycle. So every time you get a water rise card, it goes up a tick. And if you make it to the crossbones, that's another game over. 4 ways to lose. You lose the 2 tiles for the treasure. Someone drowns. Your helicopter pad drowns. You lose these, or you finally get enough water rising. Thanks for joining me.